In a groundbreaking announcement that's set to impact millions of South Africans, the Minister of Social Development has revealed significant changes to SASSA grant amounts effective May 2025. Today, we're breaking down these crucial updates that will affect beneficiaries across the country. Stay tuned for all the details you need to know about these historic increases. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Before we dive into today's crucial announcement, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates on SASSA grants and other important social development news. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. In what can only be described as a landmark decision, the Minister of Social Development has just announced substantial increases to SASSA grant amounts that will take effect from May 2025. This news comes as a welcome relief to millions of South Africans who depend on these social grants for their daily survival. Today, we are going to break down every aspect of these changes and explain exactly what this means for you and your family. The announcement, which was made during a special parliamentary session, represents the most significant adjustment to social grants in recent years. The minister emphasized that these increases are designed to address the rising cost of living and ensure that vulnerable South Africans can maintain a decent standard of living in the face of ongoing economic challenges. Let's start with the most widely received grant, the old age pension. Currently standing at R2,080 per month, the minister has announced that this will increase to R2,380 monthly, representing a 14% increase. This is particularly significant as it exceeds the current inflation rate and aims to provide better support for our elderly citizens who often support entire households with their pension. For pensioners over the age of 75, there's even better news. They will receive an additional R100 on top of the new amount, bringing their monthly grant to R2,480. This age-related bonus acknowledges the increased medical and care needs of older seniors and represents a progressive step in social welfare policy. The disability grant, which currently matches the old age pension amount, will also see the same increase to R2,380 per month. This adjustment recognizes the additional costs often faced by persons with disabilities, including specialized care, equipment, and medical needs. The minister emphasized that this increase aims to provide more comprehensive support for disabled individuals and their caregivers. Perhaps one of the most significant changes comes in the form of the child support grant, currently at R500 per child per month. This grant will increase to R600 per child. This 20% increase represents the largest percentage increase across all grant categories and acknowledges the rising costs of raising children, including food, education, and healthcare. The minister stressed that this particular increase was carefully calculated to make a meaningful difference in children's nutrition and overall well-being. The foster care grant has also seen a substantial increase, moving from R1,070 to R1,250 per month. The 16.8% increase aims to provide better support for foster parents who take on the responsibility of caring for children who are not their own. The minister acknowledged the vital role that foster parents play in society and emphasized that this increase is designed to help ensure that foster children receive the care and opportunities they deserve. For recipients of the Care Dependency Grant, which supports parents and caregivers of children with severe disabilities, the monthly amount will increase from R2,080 to R2,380, matching the disability grant amount. This alignment ensures that families caring for children with disabilities receive consistent and adequate support. The grant in aid, which is an additional grant for people who require regular care due to physical or mental disabilities, will increase from R480 to R550 per month. While this may seem like a modest increase in absolute terms, it represents a 14.6% rise and provides additional support for those requiring regular care assistance. An important aspect of these increases is their implementation timeline. The minister has confirmed that these new amounts will take effect from May 2025, giving the Treasury and SASSA adequate time to prepare for the changes. The implementation will be automatic, meaning beneficiaries won't need to apply for the increases as they will simply receive the new amounts from the specified date. The minister also addressed concerns about the sustainability of these increases, explaining that they have been carefully calculated within the constraints of the national budget. The increases are being funded through a combination of budget reallocations and improved revenue collection measures. This ensures that the increases are sustainable in the long term and won't put undue pressure on the country's finances. It's worth noting that these increases come with enhanced measures to prevent fraud and ensure that grants reach their intended beneficiaries. The minister announced that SASSA will be implementing new verification systems and regular reviews to maintain the integrity of the social grant system. This includes biometric verification requirements and improved coordination with other government departments to prevent duplicate payments. For those wondering about the application process for new grants, the minister confirmed that the current application procedures will remain unchanged. However, SASSA officers will be receiving additional resources to handle the expected increase in applications that often follow such announcements. The minister encouraged eligible citizens who haven't yet applied for grants to do so through their nearest SASSA office or online portal. The announcement also included details about special provisions for emergency situations. Sassa will maintain its capacity to provide social relief of distress (SRD) grants in cases of immediate need, with the amount for these temporary grants also seeing an increase in line with the other adjustments. Looking at the broader impact of these increases, economic analysts predict that they will inject approximately R15 billion additional funds into local economies across South Africa. This is particularly significant for rural areas, where social grants often form the backbone of local economic activity. The multiplier effect of this increased spending is expected to support small businesses and create additional economic opportunities in communities. The minister also addressed the issue of payment methods, confirming that beneficiaries will continue to have multiple options for receiving their grants. This includes bank deposits, post office collections, and various retail outlets. However, there will be an increased push toward electronic payment methods to improve efficiency and reduce the risk of theft or fraud. For those receiving multiple grants, such as pensioners who also receive child support grants for grandchildren in their care, the increases will apply to each grant independently. This means that the total increase for such beneficiaries could be quite substantial, providing significant additional support for households supporting multiple dependents. The minister also announced enhanced support services for grant recipients. This includes financial literacy programs, which will be rolled out through Sassa offices to help beneficiaries make the most of their increased grants. These programs will cover basic budgeting, saving strategies, and information about avoiding scams that often target grant recipients. An important aspect of the announcement was the commitment to regular review and adjustment of grant amounts. The minister confirmed that going forward, grant amounts will be reviewed annually, with increases being linked to inflation rates and cost of living assessments. This systematic approach aims to ensure that the real value of grants is maintained over time. The announcement has been widely welcomed by civil society organizations and social welfare advocates, who have long campaigned for more substantial support for grant recipients. However, they continue to emphasize the importance of complementing these increases with other poverty alleviation measures, including job creation and skills development programs. For those concerned about the application of these increases to temporary grants, such as the COVID-19 Social Relief of Distress Grant, the minister clarified that decisions about these special grants would be made separately. However, the principle of ensuring adequate support for vulnerable citizens would guide any such decisions. The minister also addressed questions about the impact of these increases on other social services, confirming that the grant increases would not come at the expense of other essential services such as healthcare, education, or housing programs. Instead, they form part of a comprehensive approach to social development and poverty alleviation. Looking ahead, the minister outlined plans for further improvements to the social grant system, including the potential introduction of new categories of grants to address emerging social needs. While specific details were not provided, this indicates a commitment to evolving the social security system to meet changing societal needs. For current grant recipients, the minister emphasized that there is no need for any immediate action. The increases will be applied automatically, and beneficiaries will receive communication from Sassa closer to the implementation date with specific details about their new grant amounts. The announcement included provisions for appeal processes for cases where beneficiaries believe their grants have not been correctly adjusted. Sassa will establish dedicated helplines and support services to handle such queries and ensure that all beneficiaries receive their correct entitlements. As we conclude this detailed overview of the new Sassa grant increases, it's important to remember that these changes represent a significant step forward in South Africa's social protection system. The increases demonstrate a commitment to supporting vulnerable citizens and acknowledging the challenges faced by grant recipients in the current economic climate. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Sassa grants and other important social development news. Hit the notification bell to stay informed about any additional announcements or changes to these increases as we approach the May 2025 implementation date. Remember to share this video with friends and family members who might benefit from this information. Drop your questions in the comments section below, and we'll do our best to provide clarity on any aspects of these changes that you're unsure about. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on this and other important social development news. Until next time, take care and stay informed. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button for more updates on Sassa grants and social development news. Turn on notifications to stay informed about any changes or additional announcements. Share this video with someone who needs this information, and leave your questions in the comments below. Together, we can ensure everyone stays informed about these important changes.